The majority of homeowners living in pyrite-affected estates are being left behind by the current scheme. Entry to the scheme is based on visual damage, with no allowance given for the fact that pyrite may be present, but the cracks are not yet manifested. This video shows the real cracks and damage of pyrite. Cracks in families, in mental health, financial destruction, pyritic upheavals in everyone's lives. People whose marriages may not be working out, but are being forced to live under the same crumbling roof. The pain and the stress on our kids that this will cause them for years to come. A broken generation in the making.
We were sold a pup. We were sold a faulty property, and the people who built it got off scot-free and made massive profits. Throughout my life as a consumer, if I buy something and it's faulty and I'm entitled to a refund or at least an exchange, but yet for the biggest purchase of my life, where I'm in massive debt, I am entitled to nothing. It's far worse than people in negative equity. Our house is worthless, yet we continue to pay thousands every month into a black hole, with no sign of the house getting fixed. It really eats you up inside if you think about it, and I do think about it almost every day.
As I said, I'm separated the last 2 years and I struggle every month to pay my mortgage. My son's carer's allowance and domiciliary allowance contributes to my mortgage. I'm terrified that I'm going to lose my home.
We have a category 1 damage rating, which disqualifies us from remediation at this point. We do have one child already, which has basically put our whole living conditions at full capacity. We can't have a second child in this premises even if we want to. We want to get our premises remediated solely so we can actually sell the property that we have now, buy another property and be given that opportunity to grow our family.
My husband was diagnosed a year and a half ago with pancreatic cancer, which is terminal. He's got a diagnosis currently of having months left to live, so on top of trying to deal with that, look after our 2 boys, make sure Colm's okay, we're trying to make sure that our house is worth something. Colm said to me on numerous occasions he doesn't want to leave me and the boys without knowing that we're looked after, which we're not in the current state, because the home which we paid so much money for and worked so hard for is essentially worth nothing.
The house next door has been confirmed pyrite. They're attached to myself. They had a drill test, so I don't understand how an engineer could come into my house when I have got signs to tell me that I'm in category 0 and we're on a floating slab, that it would take years for any signs to show. I'm just broken-hearted about the whole thing, and the fact that we're paying this huge mortgage on a house that's worth absolutely nothing. I've nothing left to pass on to my children. It's so sad.
My home depresses me. I can't renovate it, I can't paint, I can't change anything, I can't extend it, I can't sell it, I can't do anything. We bought this house in the boom and we have a colossal mortgage. I don't even have the option to switch lenders because no bank will touch us. They've deemed our home 0 value. I don't feel that homes should be categorised for having pyrite. Pyrite is in our estate, it's in every road in our estate. However, some houses don't reach the criteria to get it fixed. I feel that while the builders are here on site, that the tender should be put out for the remaining homes to be fixed.
I suppose what I'm just hopeful is that my apartment will be fixed, remediated soon. So at least even if I wanted to rent out a room in it, I could, because that was my plan from the beginning, to rent out my room with the ensuite bathroom to help with my mortgage. But I couldn't do that anymore because the bathroom didn't work and the rear door is jammed. I can't open it.
As you get older, you think, should I downsize? Could I, would it benefit the family that way? I'm stuck. I can't go forward. I can't get on with my life.
Living in a pyrite estate is like living with a bomb under your house, waiting for it to detonate. The Pyrite Resolution Scheme identifies the core problem for us as significant pyrite damage. Meanwhile, in the real world, the banks are valuing our homes based upon the presence of pyrite. This is the greatest disconnect between the scheme and the reality that we face. The Pyrite Panel's 2012 report identifies the amber category, that's category 0s and category 1s, as the majority of homes that are affected. Yet the recommendation for dealing with these houses is ongoing monitoring, This is a fudge and dodges a solution for the majority of affected homeowners.
If I was to ask the Minister for anything, it would be to consider the people that are left behind in the scheme, people that are in limbo, people whose next door neighbours are in category 2 and you're in category 1 and you're listening to the work going on next door and you're wondering if your house will actually progress to a point that can be fixed. There's no guarantee that it will. We know our home has pyrite, but we need it to get worse before it can get better.
So Minister, yeah, I ask you, do I wait around? How long do I wait for the cracks to repair?
Please, can you help us? Can you give us some more answers? You know, category 0, category 1, you know, we need answers as well as category 2s.
We just find it very unfair that the houses in front of us and behind us are in the remediation process, and we know that the foundations were all laid at the same time, and we just think that it's time that the government did something to help the families that are stuck in limbo.
I'd like him to agree to fix the whole estate in one go. I don't see the point in the disruption of fixing one house in a row of 3 when next door to me has tested positive. So it's almost guaranteed that I have pyrite in this house. So if he's going to fix next door, I'd like him to fix mine at the same time.
Please help us, please get us out of this situation, please get every house sorted in the estate so we can move on, we can get loans to build our extensions, do up our houses the way that we thought we would have been doing it 10 years ago when we moved into these houses.
What we're proposing is a more common sense approach. It would be on an estate by estate basis. So once a certain number of houses are confirmed category 2 by visual inspection, then the remainder of houses in that estate could be core tested, and where significant pyrite is found in the infill, these houses would be eligible for remediation.
As you can see, there are many different people affected by pyrite in many different ways, and this is only a small taste of what is happening in our estates. And that's where we need you to try and open up the pyrite scheme to help include us. Otherwise we could be stuck in this limbo for 5, 10, 15 or 20 years down the road.